forgiveness. It isn't about letting someone off the hook. It's about releasing yourself from the frequency that keeps you bound to pain. Every judgment, every resentment is like a frequency loop, a low hum that keeps your energy vibrating at the same old story. And until you tune out of that frequency, you can't tune into the vibration of freedom, peace, or higher love. In this video, we're exploring the energetic frequency of forgiveness, not as a moral act or a religious concept, but as a profound shift in vibration that realigns your entire being. Forgiveness is a technology of consciousness. It recalibrates your emotional field, your nervous system, and even your perception of time. When you truly forgive, you stop recycling pain. You stop resonating with the memory of what hurt you. And your frequency rises. Not because you force it to, but because the weight falls away naturally. Let's explore what it really means to live at the frequency of forgiveness. Let's begin. When you hold on to anger, judgment, or betrayal, you're literally holding on to energy. Every thought emits a vibration. Every emotion has a wavelength. Resentment is dense. It contracts your energy field. It keeps your awareness spinning in the past. The body doesn't know the difference between remembering pain and experiencing it. So when you replay the moment, your cells, hormones, and nervous system react as though it's happening again. You're not just remembering, you're reliving. Forgiveness is not about denying what happened. It's about no longer feeding it with your energy. When you stop feeding the memory, it dissolves. The emotional charge drains away, and your energy field starts to expand again. Imagine your energy as a radio station. When you're tuned to the frequency of anger or pain, you receive matching transmissions, experiences, people, and thoughts that echo that vibration. When you shift your frequency to forgiveness, the signal changes. You begin to attract experiences that match your healed state, such as peace, clarity, and love. But forgiveness cannot be faked. You can say, "I forgive you," 1,000 times, but if your energy still hums with bitterness, the signal hasn't changed. True forgiveness happens when your frequency naturally rises beyond the old vibration. It's not an action. It's a transformation. One of the greatest barriers to forgiveness is the illusion that holding on somehow protects us. We believe that if we let go, it means that what happened was okay. But that's a misunderstanding of energy. Forgiveness doesn't excuse anyone. It simply frees you from being their energetic prisoner. Holding on to pain doesn't punish them. It anchors you to them. Karma doesn't need your help. Life's energy balance handles itself. Forgiveness isn't saying, "You were right." It's saying, "I choose peace over poison." You stop playing the same note of suffering and allow the music of your soul to move on. Your heart is the most powerful transducer of energy in your body. When it's constricted by resentment, your electromagnetic field weakens. When you open it, even slightly, you begin to harmonize with the frequency of life itself. Forgiveness is the act of tuning your heart back to coherence. It's the moment when the noise of anger fades and the signal of love becomes audible again. You feel it physically. Your breathing slows. Your body softens. Your perception widens. You stop vibrating at me versus them and begin resonating with unity. The recognition that all experiences are lessons in consciousness. On a quantum level, forgiveness is the collapse of an old timeline. When you forgive, you withdraw your consciousness from that version of reality. You stop giving energy to that frequency, and it ceases to exist for you. This is why forgiveness can feel like time travel. The past literally loses its emotional gravity. You're no longer anchored to who you were when it happened. You've changed timelines. You've shifted into a version of yourself that's lighter, freer, and more aligned. The you who was hurt dissolves. The you who has forgiven vibrates on an entirely new plane. We often talk about forgiving others, but the most powerful transformation comes from forgiving yourself. For every moment you acted from fear instead of love, for every choice made from pain instead of wisdom, for every time you betrayed your own truth just to belong. When you forgive yourself, your internal frequency recalibrates. Shame releases. The energy of guilt dissipates. And suddenly, the external world, which mirrors your inner state, begins to reflect more compassion, more grace, and more beauty. Self-forgiveness is the key that unlocks all other forms of forgiveness. Because when you no longer judge yourself, it becomes impossible to truly judge another. Forgiveness is not an event. It's a lifestyle. It's a frequency that you live in. A choice you make every time something stirs the old energy. You begin to notice the moment your vibration drops, the heaviness in your chest, the tightening of your thought. And instead of reacting, you breathe. You say to yourself, I release the charge. I choose peace. And just like that, your frequency rebalances. You start to live in real time, unbound by emotional debts. Your presence becomes lighter, magnetic, and radiant. You become someone others feel safe around, because your energy no longer mirrors pain, but healing itself. That's the true power of forgiveness. Not what it does to others, but what it restores within you. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's the highest form of energetic mastery. The ability to choose peace over pattern, love over logic, freedom over fear. When you forgive, you reclaim your vibration. And when you reclaim your vibration, you reclaim your life. If this journey spoke to you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone ready to experience life beyond resentment. Comment below. What have you learned about forgiveness in your own life? I read every comment. If you would like to support my work directly, You can do so at buymeacoffee.com/magnumopus333. Or you can explore some original merchandise at my Teespring store online. The link is in the description below. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.